So, what is the future of 1Z?
We want 1Z to be the new standard of Filipino artists. Yun, oh.
We love that.
Yeah. That's our vision.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Wherever here, I hope that you are all doing well. This is 1Z Entertainment for Billboard Philippines. This is a huge freaking deal. What other company are invited to give an interview? It's so important for this to happen. I've been going on and on about this like a broken record, and also I think not enough people know the link between 1Z and SB19, and it's just so great. I'm so looking forward to hearing what our very own CEO and COO are up to and what they have to say, and please can we watch this together. Now, if you were to have a look at the description below, you will see a link to the original upload. A massive thank you to the YouTube channel that is Soleil for uploading and for subbing. And if I recall I'm really sorry, I don't know the name of the guy, the interviewer from Billboard Philippines, but he's really good. And he sounded as though he was an 18, but not like kind of rose-tinted glasses. Like he had a real overview of the industry. I think he's also an artist. I completely forgot, you told me last time, but he has a good overview of everything, and I feel like he's going to ask loads of really great and engaging questions. That's what I'm hoping for from this. And yes, let's go. Let's watch this together.
Billboard Philippines. Volumes.
On this special episode of Volumes for P-Pop Unite, we have Yani and Pablo of 1Z Entertainment. They talk to us about the vision and the plans they have for 1Z, plans on starting a girl group, and a lot more. Let's turn up the volume on 1Z Entertainment.
The denim on denim look.
Billboard Philippines. Volumes.
Welcome everyone to Billboard Philippines Volumes, where we turn up the story and the volume on your
Look
favorite
at Yanni's
artist
outfit.
stories. And
Looks so
today,
smart.
it's a very special day because we are going to be talking about OPM. We're going to be talking about the latest trends in OPM, where it's going, and one of the biggest pushers, I guess, of OPM right now, P-pop in general, where this community is going, and one of the companies that's really taking it to the next level. They're here with the CEO and COO of 1Z Entertainment, Pablo and Yani. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Volumes.
Hi everyone.
Kamusta po kayo lahat?
Yeah.
Ako po si Pablo.
Yes, I'm Yani. Maulan na hapon.
I guess just to get this started, because of course we've worked a lot together in the past, especially with 1Z and SB19, but I guess for our viewers right now, could you tell us what is 1Z Entertainment? Let's just start there.
Okay, yeah, all right. So 1Z Entertainment, as we all know, no, it was established by SB19
Yes.
almost 3 years ago, and we just celebrated actually our second year anniversary. So we're on the third year. It started with the very ideal scenario that we want to bring, or we want to give the creative freedom to SB19.
Yeah.
Right. So we're here. 1Z was established to support them on their goals to support the music industry in the Philippines. So to really uplift OPM. Right.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's the primary goal. That's the essence why we started 1Z.
Siguro, to give a background,
Here we go.
kasi kaming lima, yung contracts namin malapit na matapos dun sa previous management namin. And kami kasi marami kaming
Does he have a
vision
cold?
and plans pagdating sa mga gusto namin gawin. We want to push it a little bit further pagdating sa production, sa output. So, kami naisipan talaga namin na bumuo ng sarili naming team. Yun lang siya sa umpisa.
Yes.
Bumuo ng sariling team. Pero kalaunan kasi nagkaroon kami ng parang bakit hindi na lang natin siya gawing company, tapos in the future kapag may mga nakikita tayong talents or there are some people na alam nating very talented na gusto nating ipasok sa company natin para ma-push through or matupad, ma-realize lahat ng mga plans namin, gagawin namin. So doon nabuo si 1Z. 1Z is a short for one zone.
One
So
zone, yes.
the zone is something that we call, parang the zone siya kasi kapag nandun ka sa the zone, you're at your maximum potential, kumbaga yun yung, dun ka mag-excel. So, gusto namin pagsama-samahin lahat ng passionate, talented, creative people into
Interesting that he
one
says it in that order,
zone. Yun nga, one
Yeah.
zone.
because he
And
has a lot of
create the
passion,
best
doesn't he?
output na talagang maipagmamalaki natin all over the world. So, dun siya nagsimula.
So it started from a small function kasi. Parang we want 1Z to support SB19 sa mga side processes before, like finances,
Mm-hmm.
their legal requirements, admin stuff. Then it grows lang kasi yung the goal, the vision of the company grows to why not make it a house of creative people. We support future artists. So doon na talagang lumawak yung gustong gawin for 1Z.
So I would say 1Z, really the meaning of it is getting, like you said, getting in that zone excellence, but then also Filipino culture on a global
Obviously.
level, sharing it with the whole
100%.
world.
Yep.
Yes.
Beautiful mission. I guess one thing, like you were saying right here, when you're taking control of so many different aspects of an artist's career, how would you say you're balancing creative freedom with commercial success? Because we both know sometimes these two things,
Yep.
there's a give and take. So
Mahirap.
what would you say?
Yeah, I think based on experience with SB19,
Mm-hmm.
it's really about awareness. No?
Yeah.
Yes, they have their creative freedom, but also you have to let them understand how the business works.
Yeah,
So
which was
it's a
reasonably
journey.
new
It's a
to them.
learning curve for both 1Z and SB19 as well. Na nga, before pala, kaya pala hindi natin ito magawa because there's a business aspect
Yep.
on it. So, kailangan lang talaga i-balance. Then, sometimes kasi the artist won't understand. So, you have to really discuss it with them.
Yep.
So, it's really about awareness. So, dapat maging generous ka dun sa information about how business works. Kasi, sila yung produkto eh. They are the
Mm.
product, no? They give the service to the public. So, they have the right to know each aspect ng business. So, through that kasi, mas maintindihan nila eh. And they will understand why the business or the management, ganun yung decision. Kaya pala. So, it's really about awareness.
That's a great culture to have, I mean, within the business. Because, I mean, it should be like that.
Transparency.
Managements and whoever you work with should be
Yep.
transparent.
Yep.
Transparent.
That's
with
right.
you.
Wait, siguro, for the longest time, yun din yung, I think, nagpareha siya sa mga ibang artists. Frustration talaga yung pagdating sa, yung, syempre, you're an artist, you're thinking about your creativity.
Yeah.
Pero, even though we're selling art, kailangan mo talaga isipin yung parang security na Nick, yung paano mo popondahan yung ginagawa mo.
Mhm.
So, doon papasok yung business side. And kami, siguro when we were starting, since we're not familiar with the industry, we're not familiar with how businesses work, talagang mas nag-focus kami dun sa creative side. Pero, yun, dun nagkakaroon ng discrepancy pagdating sa understanding ng management tsaka ng artist. So,
Hmm.
dapat talaga transparent yung management pagdating sa artist.
Is that little jab at a particular company? I think that a lot of companies are like that, aren't they? They kind of look at their artist as the cash cow, and they're like, oh, we won't tell them, like quite what this is doing for us and our portfolio, and they're just selling art. So we'll just pay them like the minimal, or we'll just give them minimal control because it's really us, the big wigs in this company that are doing all the work. And at any given moment, we could get rid of you and your contract could end. Like it's a real toxic kind of an environment. Not every company is like that, obviously, but I totally see why they chose to just go their own way. They also didn't make a really rash decision to do it. They did it after a couple of years in the industry and a couple of turbulent years. And yeah, it was 100% the best decision, wasn't it? I think that it could go either way. Like sometimes you could be too transparent and your artist could get too overloaded or really feel the burden of like paying those salaries and bringing in that money. But I think that SB19, they were at that point, right, where they were either going to do that or really it was, if they were going to continue being signed to somebody else's label, it was going to limit what their output was going to be for the next 5 years. And I just don't think that it aligned with this spreading the message of Filipino music worldwide. I honestly don't think that any of the big wig companies out there, they're probably aiming towards the Philippines and extended Asia, but I don't think many people are really thinking worldwide the way that SB19 and 1Z are.
and make them understand bakit ganito yung mga klase ng decision na
Yeah.
gagawin, o bakit ganito yung klase na kaya lang ilabas or gastusin for this
Or saying he
project
sounds so
and
unwell.
whatnot. Parang lang sa ganun,
Or perhaps
sila
it's
rin,
just really early in the morning.
nagkakaroon sila ng idea kung paano nila ina-navigate yung paggawa nila ng art.
Yeah.
Kasi no matter what happens, syempre, art is art. Pero you need to sustain it eh. Kasi di ba? Parang gawa ka ng art pero wala naman nagko-consume ng art mo, hindi naman bumabenta. So, you won't be able to sustain it. Kaya maganda na talagang nadidiscuss sa mga artists kung ano yung mga proper strategies, yung proper ways, para ma-maximize pa nila yung art nila. Sa ganun, wala ring problema. Walang, kasi mahirap na artist ka tas iniisip mo pa, may ginagawa bang kakaiba yung management ko sa akin or yung mga ganong bagay. So, from the get-go, since we experienced it firsthand as P19, sabi namin, lahat ng knowledge pagdating sa art, ituturo namin. Pero, kailangan ipaintindi rin namin sa kanila kung ano yung business, kung paano natin siya titirahan or kung paano natin tatakbuhin yung path na yun. Nang sa ganun, smooth sailing kami, wala kaming problema. And kasama sila sa conceptualizing, kasama sila sa pag-ano ng budget, kasama sila sa mga ganong bagay, papa-understand sa kanila yung mga ganong bagay. And yun, happy lang kami. Yun yung pinakamahalaga eh.
Ang ganda rin kasi during, for example, a meeting, a creative meeting. Of course, yung creative idea kasi super limitless eh.
Yeah,
Parang
totoo.
they'll just
It
throw
won't stop.
anything, di ba? It won't stop.
Gusto ko lang yung universe bumagsak dito.
Gusto ko ng stage na ganito. Okay, ang sarap pakinggan niya. Pero of course, after those discussion, parang you'll appreciate their creativity. Pero doon ka na biglang bebelo na. Kaso,
Reality.
yes,
the reality.
it's time for
Yeah.
reality check naman na. Okay, oo nga, no. Siguro not this time muna, next time na lang.
Or maybe we
yun
could
yung
do it like
magandang
this, it
discussion.
will
Para
give
at
the
least
same
yun na,
effect.
natututo na din sila.
You know, I love what you're saying where it's you come into an industry, especially as an artist, and your first goal is, of course, just art, music, passion. But whoever your management is or whoever your team is working with you should also grow in that relationship.
Yeah.
The way you start shouldn't be the way that it continues after years and years. 'Cause
Yes.
what you built is growing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that relationship or how you work, because I know we're going to get into this later about, you've also said that you'll start managing new talents, right? It's not like directly, I wouldn't say you're going to say, okay, new talent, what's your idea? And I'll learn the business agad.
Yeah. No.
Hindi naman.
No.
But also, it's not saying that you're just going to make art forever. We'll make every decision for you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because that relationship will grow, and that trust
Mhm.
or how much you're willing to, okay, you get this, we get this, will grow as well. Yes. That's the kind of management we need. That's 1Z.
Yes, I think there's a certain framework now we want to establish. Once we're leaning towards a full-blown artist management.
Yeah.
And we want really to establish the framework as early as now, para at least once the girl group is here, the new artists are here, then we can really apply it already. So
Good
we're
idea.
working on it sa magandang framework. Like, we want to establish first yung skill set nila, then towards the end or in the middle na yung business part, of course we want them to focus muna and learning. They'll learn from experience first kung ano yung nakikita nila.
Yeah.
Then eventually that's the time we explain the reason why we did that decision before, because ganito. Kasi it comes with maturity as well in the
Yes.
industry, right? Kasi you cannot expect someone new in the industry to learn or be bombarded with a lot of info agad.
Yep.
So
Definitely
parang
not.
focus on your development first, on your growth, then later we'll explain everything to you.
But what's important is that
And they'll always be
you're
there as well to
allowing that
refer back to.
opportunity to happen. That
Mhm.
focus on your development. It's your choice. You know, you get to do the art side of things, and we're giving you the opportunity someday also to be a part of the business side of things, to help control your career. That is the new hybrid that you
I keep saying that they should probably put SB19 into like school curriculum so you can learn a little bit about their growth and everything that they've done. But it sounds like they're creating that themselves by taking on talent, especially from scratch, like not signing people that are already known. G22. Um, but it sounds as though they're kind of opening that up because it sounds like a course that you would do. It's really interesting how they're talking about this framework.
You guys are starting with this business?
Ako, personally, parang mindset ko is the artists are or your business partners.
Yeah.
So parang better na you say to the artist na it's your business alagaan mo yung business mo na to. So for now, palaguin mo siya, then eventually will help you grow your business. So through more shows, network, pero for now, focus ka dyan. Establish your business identity, kumbaga, first.
In general, I mean, 1Z as a concept or as a business is the future or cutting edge of where the industry is going. And as the industry grows, the way that we do things needs to change or evolve as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
How would you say that now that you guys have been doing business for a while as 1Z, what is that evolution? How has it been from the start till now?
Siguro one evolution pagdating sa SB19 naman kasi from the very beginning we've been producing our own music, our own music videos, like directing our own music videos. Pero now I see na parang katulad ni Justin, nagdidirect na siya ng music video ng other artists,
Yes.
for other artists. So, dun pa lang makikita mo na talaga yung evolution na talagang yung experience namin pagdating sa mga craft namin, napapractice na rin namin siya sa iba. Kumbaga, napapakita na talaga namin yung skills namin. And yun din naman yung goal ng 1Z na kapag lumaki na yung team namin, also provide services for other artists na talagang gusto maipakita ma-realize yung mga vision nila pagdating sa art or craft na gusto nilang gawin. Marami. Even sa business side, makikita mo, dati kasi, yun nga, katulad na nabanggit na example kanina, parang limitless ang creativity. Kung creativity lang isipin mo, parang ang dami yung mabubuong konsepto, pero pag pumasok na yung business side or yung reality, biglang liliit yung mundo.
Yeah.
And eto lang yung kaya mong gawa ng paraan. Eto lang. This is where we can work. So, yun talaga, yun yung mga bagay talaga na ang laki ng bagay na natutunan namin all throughout the years na magkakasama kami and with the help of these people.
Yeah. I mean, to run a business in the first place, it's a lot, I guess, for people that are not in that situation, it just looks like
Easy.
Yeah.
Lights, camera, action. But at the end of the day, when you have 20, 30 people on a team, every month you're paying a salary.
Yes.
So much is going out. Plus all the things you're producing at the same time. Finding partners, doing all these things. There's so much that comes into it just to make it happen. So with all these different challenges, what keeps you going? What is making you want to push forward? What are the things that you're seeing that this is going to be all worth it?
What was that little grin for?
Go ahead.
I think for me,
Let me get my list out.
Kasi we're relatively new and I see the passion kasi sa bawat tao. So from SB19, from our marketing team, from the creatives team. So parang nakaka-excite kung ano yung output pa nila few years from now if they understand how the business works, kung paano sa industry. Sabi-sabi kami, natututo kami lahat eh. And yung creativity kasi nila, doon ako na-excite or kami na-excite na ang daming pwedeng gawin. Parang, first to sa Philippines. Diba? Uy, Philippines. Parang ang daming pwedeng gawin, ang daming ideas na for now, hindi natin kaya, pero few years from now, I'm sure, kaya na natin gawin
I
yun.
wonder what those ideas are.
Doon, parang, sige, push pa natin. Let's train people, let's get more partners kasi it will also help us grow.
Yeah.
Of course, we're relatively new. We're a baby in the industry and we want to learn from different industries as well, different companies in the industry. So parang we're also expanding our network. So doon din nakaka-excite din. No? Parang sige, push pa lang natin to. Natututo tayo from a lot of people.
Ako naman, yun nga, nakakatuwa talaga yung pag nagsasama-sama yung passionate creative people sa isang lugar. Pero ultimately, ang gusto ko kasi mangyari parang there's this one thing now we're all proud of. The whole Philippines is proud of.
Yes.
That we could all celebrate.
Mhm.
Siguro maraming tao nagsasabi na SB19 sobrang successful na niyan, sobrang yayaman na niyan. Pero hindi nila alam na yung mga siguro natatanggap namin, ini-invest lang ulit namin
Yes.
siya. Kasi
Exactly.
meron kaming bigger goal na I know and I believe in with all my heart na kapag nagtuloy-tuloy siya, we can all share it together.
Yes.
Na parang
Yes.
we can all be
Yeah.
proud of all together. Yun lang talaga yung pinanghahawakan namin. Kaya every time na
That mission.
sometimes it's so hard kasi pagsasabay mo yung business side habang nagpa-perform ka, but it's all worth it It's all gonna be worth it. Na pag nakikita mo na nagsasama-sama yung mga groups on the same stage, tapos even yung mga back-end people, yung cameraman, proud na proud, nakapag nakagawa tayo ng ganitong output, ang ganda ng show.
Yes.
Di ba? Parang it's something na pwede mong ipagmalaki talaga sa buong mundo. And yung vision ko na every time na mapanaginipan ko na yung alam mo yung mga foreigners na yung talagang pumupunta dito na para panoorin yung shows natin
Yeah.
or talagang ine-export natin yung show natin na sobrang laki
Yun ang
ng
quality.
production. Diba? Pag nakakapanood ako sa Instagram pa lang, katulad ng concert ni Justin Timberlake, yung lumakad yung stage, yung gumala yung stage.
Bumaba,
Saan ka makakita ng ganun? And with all these talents, passionate people working together, kahit siguro magsimula kami sa small projects, eventually, yun nga, may evolution yan. Pag nagkaroon kami ng chance o ng more resources to create a bigger project or to create something talaga na talagang magkakaroon ng impact sa industry, gagawin namin yan. Pero right now, kung ano yung meron kami, yun yung pagtatrabahuhan namin. And we will keep on working to achieve that, the biggest output that we could release and be proud of all together.
That's amazing because I mean, none of this is guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's a risk at the end of the day,
Yeah.
but you're risking it all. I guess your dreams have evolved quite a lot because it was for the group. It was for, I guess, your personal dreams at first as well. And now
I think for a really short
we
amount of
wanna
time,
create
though,
something
for a long
that
time, they've had
we
this
can show
bigger
the
dream.
whole world,
Yeah.
and that the Philippines can be proud of, the world can be proud of, and they can see Filipino culture at the end of the day.
And I think I totally understand what they're saying. Like, the more that you grow, the better your output is, the more people that will be attracted to watch it. Because at the end of the day, people do look for that, especially when they go to see like live performances. They want to see these fancy gadgets and a flying stage, a floating stage, and crazy lighting and all of that. But at the end of the day, if you don't have your talent down, then I think eventually people will start to see through that. You know how things go through trends, and I think that obviously we might be in a trend, especially for those big massive artists, to have stages like that, but there will always be that core audience that love simplicity and true talent. And at the end of the day, SB19 will always have that to fall back on. So regardless of what happens in terms of that big output, I do hope that it happens. If they want it to, please may it happen for them. But at the end of the day, they could play any stage at any level with minimal costume, lighting, staging, equipment, and it would still be as fire if they had all of it, right? It would still be the same. And I think that is what makes Filipino talent different. They don't need it. They want it. It would be good. They'd like it, but they don't need it. They don't need to rely on that because they are gifted individuals.
I'm sorry, this is good.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say that Onesie Entertainment's approach is to artist development? Now that you've worked with, of course, as SB19, and you're developing, like you said, the business side, the artistic side, but what is your approach right now? What would you say? So going into this new era where you're going to be training new artists, what does that approach look like?
We really want to give the creative freedom to the artist pa din eh. It's like a 50-50 approach, no? Okay, 50%, parang it's equal rights.
Mhm.
In terms of business, of course, there's a lot of parang arrangement going on, no?
Yeah.
For our future artists. Of course, we're planning kasi all the processes or the legal requirements for us to be really ready for that artist management side of things, no? And for now, we really want that in terms of rights, creative freedom, their expressions, kung ano yung mga decisions nila. Okay, 50-50 tayo. We'll decide, we'll discuss, we'll explain to you kung ano yung, bakit ito yung magiging decision. Pero sige, let us know your side. We will listen. Now, we want that kasi we want them to feel na hindi sila nakakulong, hindi sila na, okay, papasok ako sa isang team, I'll follow them. Hindi. You're the artist here, you're doing all the work, no? You're performing in front of a lot of people, you will perform, then we'll support you back end. Pero pakingganan tayo, no? Okay? Tell us what you want. We'll tell kung ano naman yung nakikita naming tama. So with that, we want that kind of approach then sa artists. Of course, it's beneficial for them kasi, first, of course, para to build the trust, no? Na okay, I entered the right team. They listen to me kasi it evolves din, di ba? So, kami, very transparent kami. Ikaw din. You know, lahat ng feelings mo sabihin mo sa amin, lahat ng ideas mo, then we'll support you naman. So, yun yung gusto naming approach. Very, we want to build that connection pa lang, umpisa pa lang. Then, towards the end, para din pagkatiwalaan nila kami, na will build your career.
Yes.
So, yun eh. Kasi baka mamaya may hesitation siya, umpisa pa lang eh. Kasi, ay, hindi naman ako napapakinggan. Bakit ako mag-all out dito?
Yeah.
Di ba?
Actually, yun din yung dilemma ko before. Ngayon na may business na kami with Onesie. Ano naman kasi siya eh, kumbaga, one cannot function without the other.
Yes.
Kumbaga, yung artist, yung product. Kapag wala yung product, wala namang bebenta.
Yes.
Kung wala naman yung management, walang magpa-fund, wala rin yung paano na may lalabas yung niya. And nung nag-i-start ako sa yun din yung frustration ko kasi wala kaming creative freedom, wala kaming kahit control. So, if I'm going to ano ba tawag dyan? Itataya ko yung life ko. Time. I will train for many years. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And I will just listen to them. Tapos, hindi nag-work.
Yeah.
Kanino ko siya isisisi? Sa akin ba? Or sa company ba? Kasi sila lang yung pinapakinggan ko. Sinusunod ko lang sila eh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, mahalaga na with every decision that I make or with every step that I make, meron akong input. Para lang sa ganun, wala akong pagsisisi, wala akong regrets. Lahat ng time na ginugol ko doon, hindi ko pwedeng sisi sa ibang tao kasi I'm also part of the decision. So, yun yung gusto ko establish sa mga artists and sa management kasi ang pinakamalaga when you're working in this kind of industry is peace of mind. Yung tipo na you can go all out kasi alam mo na at the back, sa likod mo, ginagawa nila yung trabaho nila na maayos. Tapos yung management, you can also go all out kasi alam mo yung artist hindi susuko and he will give his best dun sa performance. So, yun yung talagang gusto naming sementohan pagdating sa Onesie na kapag nasa Onesie ka, meron kang peace of mind.
Yeah.
Which that's a beautiful statement.
It
You're
is.
telling me that there can be harmony between a management and artists. A true harmony where there's actual reciprocation of I'll listen to you, you listen to me.
Give and take.
We're in this together to make a goal happen.
Sounds like the lyrics of a song.
Okay. What would you
And also, when you're allowing an artist to do that, when you're 50-50, it really seeps into their art, into their music. So on the other side of it, as a listener, you feel like you're getting to know that person on a real level, which is exactly what happened with SB19. The minute they were allowed to fully and openly take the reins of their career in the music, the output, I felt like I connected. I felt like I knew them. I felt like they were my best friends, and I would do anything to support them, full stop. You know, because I feel like I'm supporting real human beings. It's not like at the end of the day, they go home and they take a shower and they're like hideous human beings underneath. I'm not even talking visually. It's not like they wash away all of the fakeness that the company put on them to provide you with this perfect looking product, when actually, without all of those outfits, without all the money being pumped into the makeup, the hair, out of this world producers, lyric writers, they're nothing. They're like empty shells. Why would you want to support that? And the kind of people that do support that, I can't believe you wouldn't question, like, do I really know this person? Which is why when anything comes up negative about our boys, I will just blanket blindly support them because we know them. And we are not like blinded by our love for SB19. We honestly know them so well. And I wish that for every artist. And I wish that for every fan as well. Because the way we connect with them, the way that they make us feel is so incredibly different. And it's because, well, now it's not 50-50 for them, right? It's 100% for them because SB19 is Onesie Entertainment. But in the future, if we're talking about that girl group, I feel like I'm going to get to know real girls that will turn into women in this industry. And I'm honestly looking forward to supporting them because I know that whatever SB19 and Onesie will nurture are going to be gold. And also, the great fact of doing something like this is for Onesie at the end of the day, that staff is also being recognized because for me, whenever I see any member of Onesie wherever on social media, if I follow them or if they're out there doing something, I always cheer for them too because I feel like they're a part of our family. So I think that if other companies were to kind of implement this, that kind of like hiding behind the product and just wanting to look amazing, they won't have to do that because if they're getting that 50-50, they will also look amazing alongside the artist. Like it makes so much sense.
Say is your criteria for finding a new artist?
Pero naalala ko.
Here we go.
Yeah. Actually, mahirap na question nga siya. Kasi naalala ko na parang nung mga early stage nung planning namin for the new girl group, no? Parang, ano nga ba hahanapin natin? So, minsan kasi parang, di, bahala na. Makikita naman natin. Parang meron kaming discussion before na pag nakita naman natin, mafe-feel natin kung sila na yun. Or,
Sometimes that's the
sometimes,
case,
diba?
though.
Para bang, ang hirap naman maging technical. Ano ba grade
Yeah.
ito? 98, 97? Tapos i-average natin, sila yung papasa. Parang minsan nandun ka na din sa, parang, feel ko talaga ito eh. Tataya ako dito. Parang,
Yeah.
parang ganun. Kasi again, we're looking naman for a talent na hindi agad magaling sa umpisa eh. Kasi we want to train eh. Kaya nga siya, there's a
Interesting.
process na kailangan namin sila i-train,
I
kailangan
love
namin i-develop
that.
yung skills nila. So we're not
They
looking
want
sa
to shape
sobrang
them.
galing agad. Kaya parang wala talaga kami specific criteria. Though we have guidelines sa hahanaping new artist, pero wala talagang specific na hahanapin. Like, dapat ang score niya 100 sa dancing, 100 sa
Yes.
singing.
Sobrang hirap niya.
Sobrang
Kasi para
hirap.
siyang ano eh. Parang meron kang you're trying to build a big picture. Pero yung puzzle, kumbaga parang jigsaw puzzle, merong mga right pieces.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, kuwari ito, say, maging linga siya, pero pareha silang magaling nito. Tapos, magkaiba sila ng shape. Hindi mo sila pwedeng pagsamahin. So, kailangan very careful din sa pagkuha ng magiging talents kasi even though meron dyan na parang hindi magaling kumanta, pero sobrang galing niya sumayaw. Tapos, ito namang piece na to, magaling siya sumayaw, pero hindi siya ganun kagaling kumanta. So, doon parang nagkakaroon siya ng shape na okay, pwede natin siyang pagsamahin kasi kumbaga magkakaroon sila ng connection. Kasi yun yung napansin ko rin sa grupo namin, hindi kami magaling sa lahat nung umpisa. Kumbaga ako, so let's say I have a skill in terms of singing.
Mhm.
So, yung skill ko na yon, tinry ko ituro sa mga kagrupo ko.
Yes.
Tapos, yung kuwari, si Stel, ang galing niya sumayaw. Tinuruan niya ako. It's also part of their journey na talagang connect with each other para palakasin yung synergy nila nang sa ganun, pag nag-perform sila sa stage, alam mo na parang kaya niya ako sulahin or
Yes.
mapagkakatiwalaan ko siya kasi
Yes.
alam mo yun, yung ganong connection. So, hindi talaga kami naghahanap ng, alam mo yun na, parang magaling sa umpisa, magaling sa lahat, magaling sa kung ano. Basta pag nakita namin na may potential,
Yeah.
and nakita namin talaga na parang, kasi makikita mo, audition pa lang eh, kahit naman sariling nagpa-perform sila para sa sarili nila, makikita mo na
Oh, I'm so
gustong-gusto nila yung
excited.
ginagawa nila. So, ayun, yung ano talaga, yung sparkle, pag nandun siya,
Spark na,
They have
possible
the
siya sa
spark
team.
and the
It must
commitment
be,
to
I think
actually
that's
do
another
it.
edge that you guys have because there are traits that you know are within yourself
Yep.
that you can also probably see within a younger talent. Because I think at the end of the day, one of the things I would say is talent can get you so far.
Yeah.
Attitude,
Yep.
Yep.
hard work,
Definitely.
perseverance, passion,
Agree.
and being able, like you said, if you're forming a group, you need to know how to work with people.
Yeah, definitely.
And you need to know how to connect with people.
Mhm.
And you need to not just be there for yourself.
Yeah.
Those are the things that I bet you can see within these young talents, that even if
I bet
this person
the-
was a better dancer singer,
The boys.
they're at the person.
I bet
we can
Pao
see
and
a
Yani are going
future
to take
that
so much away from this conversation as
can
well.
help a group
The more you talk
Yeah,
about this sort of
further
stuff,
with more people.
the more
Yep.
they'll have ideas about
Ayun
what
nga,
they want
parang
as well.
meron din akong example dyan kasi meron kaming drills before na paulit namin ginagawa. As in, for 3 years,
Yeah.
every morning, it's the same routine.
Yes.
Pero, it's building foundation eh.
Mhm.
Kasi yun yung mga siguro ni-skip ng iba na parang magaling na ako kumanta eh. Bakit ko pa gagawin yung mga basic? Pero it's not that.
They-
Pinakamahalaga rin sa career ng isang artist is yung longevity niya.
yes.
Yung
Say
paggamit
it louder.
yung paggamit ng boses, if you're not doing it correctly, if you don't know the foundation, siguro 2-3 years, kuwari kung bata ka pa, pag tumanda ka, hindi mo na magagamit yung
Damage.
boses mo, damage na, sira na. So, kailangan nilang talagang daanan.
Yeah.
Kahit magsawa sila dun sa basics,
Mhm.
kailangan talaga gawin. Kami, even up until now, kami SB19, yung ginagawa namin before, ginagawa pa rin namin siya.
Yes.
Kasi hindi siya dapat mawala talaga sa sistema. Sometimes, kapag walang training, kapag bumalik, gagawin ulit namin siya. Kasi napakahalaga niya. Dapat talaga, lahat ng artists hindi nagtitake ng shortcuts. Kasi, mahirap siya kapag na-experience na nila na meron nga 'di ba yung mga ibang artists sobrang religiously following yung building foundation everything, pero magkakasakit na hindi makakarinig na yung kabilang tenga nila.
Mhm.
Yun yung masaklap kasi all their life talagang inalay nila doon. Pero yung hindi marirealize mo na late na dapat pala nagganto ako, dapat pala nag-stretching ako bago ako sumayaw. Kasi meron mga ganun.
It's true.
Napipilayan tapos hindi na makakasayaw ulit. Yun, the most heartbreaking.
Yeah, and you feel like you've let yourself down.
Recently lang din nag-hold kami ng concert and I was heartbroken for this
Yeah.
certain member of our dance team. Pinag-pray ko talaga na Lord God, yung kasi sobrang nakikita ko yung passion sa pagsasayaw eh.
Mhm.
And yung reaction nung biglang nagkaroon ng accident na parang na-twist niya yung foot niya. Tapos she couldn't walk. Talagang nanginig ako, sabi ko, what if that happened to me? What if that happened to any one of us?
Yeah.
Yung parang you love singing, pero sabihin sa'yo ng doktor, you wouldn't be able to sing for the rest of your life. Di ba? Parang,
Ugh.
so, yun talaga, foundation, no shortcuts. Kahit nasusuya ka na, gawin mo yan. Okay lang yun. Kaysa naman kapalit,
If you're sick of
hindi
it,
mo
do it
magagawa yung
more.
gusto mong gawin sa buhay.
If you're having these athletes wake up every day
Diba?
and do drills
Yeah.
constantly, shooting in the gym,
Yeah.
swimming laps, running laps, doing all these things. Same as an artist, you should be doing that as well. You don't
Yep.
skip over the basics. You
Yeah.
have to put in those 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
Parang you have to establish yung discipline talaga sa
Oh.
umpisa.
Discipline.
Yeah.
True.
Discipline.
Again, going back to those traits that aren't just talent. Hard work,
Yeah.
passion, discipline. You as a team, as SB19 1Z Entertainment, have been going out of the country a lot. Going global. People like to say going global. We like to say that around here a lot, but you guys are doing it.
They're actually
You guys
doing
are
it.
really doing it. You're heading to Korea, China, all over the States, Canada, everywhere. You're heading everywhere. And we all know that
Yes,
a lot of these
Pao.
countries play with different rules. They have different apps. They have different streaming
Yeah.
services.
Yeah.
And a lot of these
Different
artists, when
expectations
we talk
too.
about going global, they think it's just as easy as I'm on Spotify, I went to another country,
Yep.
and yun.
Watch me on YouTube.
Yeah,
Ganun, diba?
exactly. Pero it's not the case. Now, being pioneers, especially in this generation of going out into different countries, what are some of the, I guess, good things and challenges you've experienced so far, bringing the show out there collaborating with other artists, collaborating with different teams around the world. Tell us a little about it.
Ako kasi wala akong masyadong masabing maisip na bad thing.
Mm-mm.
Kasi you're pushing forward eh.
Yes.
It's an extra effort to put yourself out there. So kung may mga problems man doon, it's something na you have to experience to be able to navigate kung ano man yung gusto mong puntahan doon. Kaya every step of the way, kung may chance na makapag-promote or makapag-busking or parang even though we're famous, I guess a little bit famous here in the Philippines.
Binawi.
Parang pag nandun kami, para kaming we're a rookie group.
Oo, no?
Parang lahat ng chance para makapagpakilala. Sometimes hindi na kami nagpapakilala dito na sabi na SB19 po, ganyan lang. Pero doon, hello, I'm Pablo. Parang
Yes.
yung rookie nung nagsisimula kami dito sa Philippines, ganun namin siya tinetreat. Tapos yung first world tour namin, sobrang scared ako noon kasi sino ba naman mag-iisip na pwede kaming mag-world tour? I mean, we've been performing here in the Philippines for I don't know how many years na ba. Nakapag-araneta kami, ganyan, nakapag-concert na here and there. Pero pag sa ibang bansa, meron bang nakikinig sa amin doon? Meron bang tapos and to hold a concert or solo concert there, dude, very
Napapansin
scary.
ba?
Nakakatakot talaga siya. Pero kailangan siya eh, 'di ba? Parang you'll never know if you won't risk it, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So, lahat ng experience namin doon, good or bad, sabi ko sobrang worth it nito. And that's why we were able to do a second world tour.
Yes.
Kasi ginawa namin yung first, 'di ba?
Yeah.
One muna bago two, di ba? Pero kailangan siya. And yung sa second world tour namin, mas mas prepared. Though, syempre, kailangan, maliit lang kasi yung team namin eh. Kami talaga ilan yung luggages natin pag nagpupunta.
20.
20 mahigit. Tapos,
20 plus.
nasa team, 10 piraso. 20 plus, di ba? Nasa
World tour.
World tour. Tapos doon,
Kanya-kanya
syempre,
kaming
kanya-kanyang
luggage.
buhat, kanya-kanyang tulak. Tapos, wala na yung konti yung team namin, hindi kompleto,
course.
di ba?
Yeah.
Sobrang hirap niya. And it's also an investment kasi hindi ka sure eh. Hindi ka sure kung may manonood sa doon tao, kung may losses man. Pero fortunate enough, thank God na talagang pinagpala kami na hindi naman kami nalugi or ano ba nangyari sa atin? hindi tama yung
Worth it naman siya.
Worth it po yung ginawa namin.
Yes.
Parang hindi kami panalo lang yung
Awesome.
yung dinala sa amin ng world tour.
I think one of the challenges kasi is really the pre-planning. Kasi bago ka kasi lumipad, akala nga nila parang sampa ka lang aeroplano, punta doon, perform, no? No, parang
No.
you really have to plan for it,
Yes.
strategize. Kasi okay, anong gagawin? Marketing team namin, hindi na yan makatulog. Okay, anong gagawin natin ng day 2? Or punta tayo sa ganito, guesting daw. O meron na tayong radio guesting, merong busking na available. So, there's a lot of discussions, pre-planning na nangyayari bago pa pumunta.
See, obviously they do pre-planning because they're onesie, they're managing the artist and everything. But I do really think that 18 have always played a really vital role in all of this because they're really quick. As soon as they know that SB19 are heading somewhere, they'll be quick to reach out to various channels and presenters and things to be like, SB19 are coming, and that does really work. And again, I will always say that I truly believe that 18 are stakeholders within this whole onesie entertainment, and they should really, at some point, when they want to, when they feel ready to open up the ability for 18 to buy into the company, because I think it will help them to strengthen. And I really like that whole model of being a partner. Okay, because when you've got money or when you've got an interest in something and you're supporting it, you will also help. It will also be your responsibility to help it to grow and to reach more places in the world.
Sa specific na country or area. Kasi you have to, hindi siya same with the Philippines na, okay, sige, kabisado na natin eh. It's a different territory. You have to understand. Actually, when we were planning for pagtatag, for the album, even the songs to be performed, okay, ano bang song yung kailangan nating i-release muna prior to this tour? Kasi it helps eh. Kasi
Yes.
ano ba yung gusto yung music nung
Market.
yung market mo doon. So you really have to plan way before pa doon sa, if you really want a global domination, you really have to plan ahead. Kailangan mo talaga siyang iplano. Hindi siya parang swertihan na, okay, I have a hit song. No, hindi.
Siguro, isa pa sa hardest things.
I'm sorry for all the talking, but you know how I feel about all of this thing. I agree with what Yani is saying, and 100% it is the correct decision. In addition to that, I hope that Onesie get into a situation of financial stability where they can just riff things sometimes. When Moonlight released, I was really hoping that they were going to give us different versions of it. They were going to give us more, like live versions, and really play with that concept. You know how much I love Moonlight, and I just don't think it really got what it deserved. It was released at the absolute perfect time for this part of the world, especially because we were like going into summer, and it would have been that summer anthem. And I think that having I'll go back to the Moonlight version of Moonlight, and just having things when you're seeing that a song is really taking off and it's charting, having that little extra pocket money to be like, we're just going to throw these extra funds at it to see what happens. Because sometimes, I understand pre-planning, it's very, very sensible, but sometimes in the spur of the moment, the audience wants something and you're not able to deliver because you're kind of sticking to your pre-plan. It would be good to be able to just off the cover stuff be like, and we're going to do this, let's get in the studio, let's film this, let's reach out to these people, like just expand as you're going along as well would be good.
Since we only have ourselves, we don't have the biggest network. So pag dumating kami doon, kami lang talaga yung magtutulungan. Kumbaga, wala kami pwedeng tawagin, need nyo ba ng lights? May connection ako dito para bigyan kayo ng lights.
I'm sorry, but if they put a call out, they would get connections.
Siguro masabi ko na difficult talaga. Kasi we
18
only have
and
each
Filipinos
other.
are everywhere.
Fortunate enough, syempre may mga community din naman ng mga Pinoy doon kahit papano na very generous din. If isang pinakamahalaga kasi yung makakain ng Pinoy food sa ibang bansa. Sa totoo lang. Pero kahit na nasa ibang bansa kami, we felt like sobrang warm nung welcome kasi nga may mga Filipino community. Pero in terms of yung resources, isipin mo, nag-basking kami, yung speaker na gamit natin. Di ba? Parang hindi masyado madidinig ng mga tao. Those kind of things na if only we had someone could help us there na talaga yung local na para matulungan kami to maximize yung mga plans namin. Could have been better, pero with the support, even the fans, talagang fortunate kami na we're still running. And yun nga, fortunate enough na nakapag-world tour pa kami. Second world tour, may third pa. Ay, may third ba? Nakapag-third na ba tayo? Hindi, naputol.
Yes, like 2.5.
Naputol lang pala.
Pangalawa pa lang.
Kasi
I just got
naputol.
excited.
Soon.
Oh, man.
Yun. Marami pa kaming hindi napuntahan na sobrang dami nagre-request sa amin sa ibang bansa.
Yes.
So, yun, hopefully mapuntahan namin siya soon.
We're lucky enough naman din to have these partners din naman sa different locations,
Yeah.
no? We've been working with a lot of labels,
Yung mga producers.
no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are very supportive when it comes to Filipino music to, let's do this. Then all of those challenges kasi at the end of the day parang you feel so blessed or para bang sobrang saya mo kasi, nakapag-perform tayo, may nakita tayong mga foreigners dun sa harap, they get to listen to your music. So yun, I think nabigla nga sila nung previous tour nila na, yung dami ng foreigners na, ngayon the
That's
first
awesome.
tour nila, puro Filipinos Now, puro, ang daming
You can see the
foreigners.
growth in real time.
Yeah. Ang gusto ko lang din pala i-mention yung NCAA ba? NCAA, di ba? Siyempre kasi pinakamalaga, bago ko lumipad, visa.
Yes.
So, kailangan maayos lahat, di ba? And
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for those people talaga na or yung organization na tumutulong sa akin para maayos lahat. Kasi, yung iisipin mo pa yun, diba, pare may show ka, naka-schedule na, tapos hindi ka na nakapasa sa visa or hindi ka na, diba?
Yeah.
Lahat yun maka-cancel. So, I'm thankful for them. Also, nakakatuwa na kasi meron kami mga pinupuntahan din katulad ng Centro Rizal.
Mhm.
I don't know if people are familiar. Centro Rizal is parang ano ba siya? Para siyang facility na yung basta ano project siya ng mga embassy nandoon to
They promote Filipino
promote
culture.
Filipino culture.
Awesome. Yes.
So, talagang nag-hold sila ng mga Filipino classes ng Filipino language. Nakakatuwa siya kasi ako alam mo, meron time in my life na nahook ako sa Korean culture.
Yes.
Not particularly in music, pero I was able to attend this symposium in UP Diliman about how Korea got back up sa economy nila. Kasi
Okay.
before, sobrang poor nila eh. So, they were sending workers abroad. Tapos,
Familiar.
to work. Tapos nag-aano siya, yung mga tao sa Korea, binibigay nila yung mga precious items nila sa government
Yes.
to help the economy. Sobrang na-inspire ako doon. Tapos na-hook na ako doon. Tapos inalam ko yung food nila, inalam ko yung kung paano yung mga processes nila sa pagdating sa industry. Sobrang na-hook ako doon. Tapos yung inaral ko, nag-attend ako ng Korean class talaga nung bata-bata pa ako. Medyo maano na kasi ako ngayon. Ganun ako na-hook. Tapos nung nandun ako sa US, tapos nandun ako sa Centro Rizal, parang na-relive sa akin yung moment. What if Pinoy naman yung ganun? Kumbaga,
Yes.
yung mga foreigners
Yeah.
talagang sobrang mahok sa sa Filipino culture, Filipino food. Talagang, alam mo yun, gusto ko ng wari, mga foreigner, adobo, kain tayo adobo sinigang, ganun. Diba? Diba? Alam mo, kasi,
Punta tayo na.
kasi diba yun,
Bakit hindi ka makain ng ano?
No, of course I eat. Yes.
Hindi, ang tag dito, iba yung kimchi for a time, sobrang sikat ng kimchi all
That's
over
true.
the world.
Diba?
That's true.
Yan.
But isipin mo, kung yung yung Pinoy food, ganun din.
Atsara.
Tapos yung mga magugulat ka. Actually, nung una kita ma-meet, tapos nagtatagalog ka, sabi ko, nagulat din ako. So, isipin mo, kung yung Philippines, saturated ng ganun, magugulat ka, parang, di ba, parang, it could
Yung
help
mga-
the country talaga pagdating sa economy.
Di ba dati Filipinos, parang yung sumikat yung K-pop or K-drama, willing sila mag-aral ng Korean.
Yeah.
What if baliktad naman,
Oo,
di
di
ba?
ba? Also, kung ganun
It is
yung mangyayari,
happening.
kasi magkakaroon ng
Much
pondo,
slower at the
yung
moment.
output natin dito sa Philippines, mas gaganda.
Yeah.
And we
May
could,
support.
diba? Siguro, yung government magkaroon ng support pagdating sa art and culture
Yes.
ng Philippines, diba?
Yes. Agree. Agree. No, I just backtracking a bit. Love what you're saying about building. I mean, again, we're going back to the fact that you are your own company now. So you're building your own connections around the whole world.
Yeah.
You have to start there.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you do it the first time, you do it the second time, it keeps growing.
Mhm.
You're building that for others already, right? And then we're going to the conversation about what happens when Filipino culture goes global, when it becomes the aesthetic or it becomes the uso around the world. You've
Diba?
seen it with, I think there are Korean acts that are coming here and using that aesthetic for their concept photos, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's starting to happen more and more. Now, what happens when companies and government from here start to realize this truth
Yes.
and invest in it as well?
Yes.
How fast can our music industry shoot up?
Exactly.
How fast can that happen? And
A
when
lot
is
of that
gonna be the
groundwork
day
has to
when
happen
we
from
go to a
within.
different country and you sing in Tagalog and the whole crowd is singing as well? Because we
Diba?
see that with K-pop or Korean
Yep,
music
they
in
do.
general, or let's say Latin music. We all listen to Bad Bunny probably,
Yep.
and it can happen here as well.
Yeah.
And you guys are championing that forward. That is what 1Z is doing. You want to see that happen, and we need more like-minded people like that doing that, because it's not a competition. At the end of the day, the more people that are doing it, the better.
Yes.
Because it just shows growth.
Jeez.
It's for the whole industry.
Exactly.
You can all share it.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh
Don't get me
my
started.
gosh. Yeah.
Yes. No, I love that. Jumping into this, I guess I'd like to talk about what are the future plans of 1Z? You're saying it's a management. You definitely are growing the careers of SB19. You're doing solo things now as well. So it's like, what are the different avenues you can explore? but what is the future of onesie? Where do you see it going? Because I remember I've talked to you before, and my impression of it was like, oh, this is the hype of the Philippines. I don't like using those kind of, this is the blah blah of the Philippines, but I do see a future where this company is that big. So, what is the future of onesie?
We want Onesie to be the new standard of Filipino artists. Yun, no?
We love that.
Yeah. That's our vision.
That's
To be
Is he gonna
honest,
pick
that's
them
our
up?
vision. And we are always saying that to our team, no, to our employees.
That was absolutely
whenever they
that
join
mic
a
drop
meeting, no,
moment.
yun lagi, no? Ano yung new standard na pwede nating iset?
Yes.
Ano yung na previous na nagawa natin? Paano pa natin siya i-improve?
Yes.
No? So that's the ultimate vision of Onesie, and we want to be there hopefully soon, no, with the right path, with the right processes. We're getting ready. Of course, we admit we're just small, and we want to take the long path naman siya.
Mhm.
Ayun nga, wala talagang elevator to success, no? Kailangan namin daanan lahat yan, and
Yes.
we're very willing to learn all of those things. Yun lang. Yun talaga yung vision namin for Onesie. I hope pag may mag-join sa amin mga new artists, okay, kailangan natin mag-set ng standards, ha? Ito yung standard mo for now, let's improve pa. Kasi it's, kalaban mo din sarili mo dito eh. You have to evolve, no? You have to expand your skills. Kundi, parang pangit mo pakinggan pero baka mapag-iwanan ka after few years eh.
Not even a
we'll
few
help
years.
you, pero we have to feel it na
You are
gusto mo.
replaceable
Mhm.
within
Yun.
probably even a couple of
Big word
months,
siya. Actually,
sadly.
when we were doing the planning for Onesie, big words talaga yung lumalabas. Like, yung standard, global domination.
Pero yung nasa gitna, money.
Reality check. Oo.
Yeah, reality
Totoo,
check.
Meron kaming parang isang buong screen doon na lalabas yung malaking word pag mutual yung sinulat.
Yeah.
We
yun
use
lumaki.
those all the
Lahat
time.
kami yun ang sinulat. Pero it's reality kasi.
The
It will help you eh. It will help. Investment kasi din kailangan eh. So, ayun.
What would you say is the future for onesie?
Masasabi ko sa future ng onesie, siguro, ano ba masasabi ko?
Nasabi ko na yun. Sorry.
Oh, nasabi niya na eh. Pero ako, I just want to celebrate the passion and creativity of all the people. Kasi, yung mga people working behind, they're rarely, credited dun sa ginagawa
True.
nila. Pag may artist na nasa front, kasi sila lang nakikita mo. Pero, before nandyan yung artist na yan sa stage, before niya maipakita yung skills niya and everything, yung awit na, yung song na na-release, meron mga producers, mixing engineers, lahat yan, nag-contribute
Yeah.
for you to be able to enjoy this kind of entertainment that we have right now. And gusto ko i-celebrate yung talento nila, yung contribution nila dun sa onesie. Kasi
Yes.
onesie is for everyone. It's not just for artists. I guess it's for artists kasi mga creative people naman artists din as well. So gusto ko kapag nagkaroon ng let's say the biggest cake, we all have that piece of cake.
Yes.
Di ba? Parang, yun nga, katulad sabi ko from the get-go, gusto ko lahat na, pagsaluhan natin lahat ng achievement, yung trophy or kung ano man yung ma-achieve natin kasi lahat tayo nag-work on this together. And dun sa onesie, talagang we will set the standard, we will keep on pushing forward kahit na dun sa mga lugar na hindi natin alam, na hindi pa, uncharted areas. Yun, i-risk namin yung mga ganung bagay kasi meron kaming goal. And I know na kapag lumabas ka sa comfort zone mo, dun ka mag-grow. So,
Yeah.
yun ang onesie. Yun ang vision ng onesie.
Creativity, whether it's fully art, whether it's business, transparency, harmony between artists and management, the new standard, great ideas, passion, Filipino culture globally.
Yep.
Onesie.
Onesie.
Yes.
Basically.
One zone.
There you go. I'm so
Zone.
excited. I'm really
We
excited.
love it. I guess last thing I'd like to ask, because what I find so important about this conversation is that guys are pioneers in all of the sense of the word. There are a lot of people that will watch this, have the same type of dreams, have the
Yes.
same type of vision, will want to create what you do. And 5 years from now, you guys will be in a completely different place. And new people start the same type of journey. What is a message you would give to some of these younger, older people in general, that would want to follow in your footsteps?
Wag niyo akong sundan.
What?
Siguro, this is very cliche. This is very trite. Gas-gas na talaga. Pero, trust the process.
Yes.
Ito, kakaunting words lang to, pero sobrang powerful niya. Kasi, along the way, kahit sino makasalamuha mo, kahit sino yung mga trabaho mo, whether bad experience, good experience, lahat yan experience that you can all use for you to be able to maximize yung potential mo.
Absolutely.
And lahat talaga yung pagdadaanan mo yung mga bad experiences, especially the bad experiences, kasi doon ka na matututo. So, kung ano man yan, wag mong isipin na dinadala ka sa wrong path, but all of those things, dinadala ka para papunta dun sa goal mo. Hinahanda ka lang yan para dun sa goal mo. Wag kang susuko, don't let these bad experiences hinder you, or kumbaga bigyan ka ng dahilan para tigilan na yung ginagawa mo. These bad experiences will help you achieve that ultimate goal that you really wanted to achieve. So, yun lang, trust the process, napakahalaga, and don't take shortcuts.
Yes. Ako, lagi yung sinasabi, even dun sa mga mag-audition, no? Don't be afraid. Yan lang lagi. Parang wag kang matakot. Makita mo si Pablo takot. Hindi, wag kang matakot. Kasi a lot of us kasi, parang we're very afraid of uncertainty, no? Ano ba mangyayari sa akin? Parang
And failure
nauna na
as
yung
well.
doubt mo sa sarili mo. Nauna na yung doubt mo sa pwedeng mangyari.
Yeah.
It's the same scenario for us when we were starting 1Z, no? Ano mangyayari sa atin? Baka naman hindi natin kaya, paano tayo kikita, etc. Meron pa bang career in SB19? Pero we let go of that. Na, bakit tayo natatakot? Saan ba tayo papunta? 'Di ba? Para bang better na i-try na natin, i-risk na natin to than few years from na pagsisihan natin. Sayang hindi natin ginawa. No? Ako kasi, as personally, no, parang naniniwala ako, every talaga problem na may encounter mo, lagi yan may solution. Parang it's not today, it's not tomorrow, pero just wait and work hard. Habaan mo yung pasensya mo, you'll come through it naman. So, ayun lang. Huwag kayong matakot. If you're auditioning for something, just go for it. If you're establishing a business, go for it. Kasi, ano ba yung kinakatakot mo?
Of the
Kahit
unknown.
hindi siya maging positive yung outcome, you'll still learn eh.
Yeah.
Diba? And it's still a win for you. It's still a win for you.
Always aware.
So, yun, kahit ano mangyari, i-push mo siya. Though, of course, iba-iba naman tayo ng scenarios in life, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero in the end of the day talaga, may matututunan ka pa rin, and it's still a win.
Discipline, passion, perseverance. Let go of your fears and anxieties. Focus on a goal. Wonderful words from our CEO of 1Z. Thank you guys for being here
Thank you,
today.
Brett.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you so much.
We are so excited for where 1Z will be tomorrow. But we see a giant future for where you guys are going. Definitely here to support you. I know everyone that's here watching and will watch this soon is here to support you. Keep bringing Filipino culture globally. The country, we all believe in you. Congratulations. Follow us
Thank you,
on
thank you.
all of our socials. You can catch this on YouTube and all the other places. Y'all know that.
You don't need to hear that again. Let me get that off their faces. Just a really important sit down and a heart to heart with these people. I just don't know how they are so humble. Like, I absolutely, truly love and adore that they are so humble, because even if you weren't to have an ounce of talent in your body, don't they make you want to audition for them? Because you're like, this feels like a safe place. That's where you want to be nurtured. You want to surround yourself with people like this, that you already believe they've got your back and that they will do what is best for you, that even if they have harsh words with you and they have feedback, they are doing it for your betterment. And I have total belief that this company and all the people that are attached to it are going to go on to just be absolutely huge. The thing is, when you have these sorts of ethics and these kind of goals that are for the betterment of everybody and not just for lining your own back pocket and your own bank account, you're always going to land on your feet. Whether that ends up being Onesie Entertainment, perhaps in 10 years, 20 years' time, it won't be called that. Perhaps it will be something else. Perhaps it will be like an institution. Who knows what is going to happen? But I really think that when you have these sorts of ethics, you're never going to fail because you are connecting on a heart-to-heart level. You are understanding people, and they are understanding right here the needs of the Philippines. And that just goes way above everything else. This is the kind of thing, again, I don't know anything about politics, and I dare even say anything about politics, but this is the kind of thing that you would expect the politicians of a country to kind of come out and say. And yet these are artists that are coming out and saying this. I just wait for the day that they join hands, right? Because at that point, they're going to be absolutely unstoppable. And my only bit of feedback to Yani would be to, like, let's lock him in a room with Josh Cullen for like 24 hours and let's get some of that lingo out of his mouth. We are a new company. It's the truth, but you don't always need to say it. You're a small company. We are just starting out. I understand he is being earnest and he is being honest, but when you sit down and you have such a powerful conversation, sometimes words like that can hold you back. People will be like, oh, but he's saying it himself. They're just a small company. They're just starting out. Stop saying it. Drop those words. You are going to make it. You are more powerful than you even really know. This was super duper exciting, and it just makes me so fired up because these are all of my beliefs right here, and I obviously have a lot of opinions about my country and the kind of talent that we are able to export and what the problems are there as well, and why we aren't able to do that. Like, I look at certain people from some countries and why are they so successful when they go abroad, or when you find them in every part of this world? Why are those people so successful, and why are people from my country not so successful? And I see it. It's all on the paper right there. And all that it needs is for people to kind of align their thinking and to drop that, like, being afraid, that judgment, and you will absolutely make it. A fantastic conversation, and I was so right. I finally learned his name, Brett. I was so right about Brett, knowing that he was going to ask some amazing questions and create that kind of comfortable atmosphere where Pablo was going to be able to express himself. And Yani, it's difficult because you've got really different individuals right here. A CEO and a COO are really different positions. Pablo as a human being is really different, and Yani as a human being is really different. So how do you then ask a question that's going to get the best out of both of them? And he did it. A great interview, and I would thoroughly recommend this to everyone. Like, I think anybody coming into the world of SB19, this is a must. To really understand the core of who SB19 are, it's a must. Please do talk to me about this interview. I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and thank you so much for watching it with me. I hope that you had fun, and until I see you next time, take care. Stay safe. Bye.